without further ado, Zorba.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me? Can you hear me in the back? Yes? So if you wonder what happened, let me just get that out of the way. I was thinking this morning, all of my major pain comes from doing events that are athletic events that try to keep me healthy. So there must be something wrong. And I think the bottom line is eat more food, sit in front of the TV, and don't do anything, and you'll be just fine. Thank you very much. End of lecture. No, what happened to my ankle was there was a fire-eating dragon, there was a damsel in distress, pretty obvious, and you know, the head. But I was hiking the redwoods in California. I'd like to mention a few things. First of all, I know a lot of you are public radio listeners, and I can tell by the way you're dressed. Public radio listeners dressed in a very sort of casual way, and they have that intellectual brightness in front of them. But if you don't hear the show on public radio, I just want to tell you, how many of you have iPhones? I can just imagine everyone. If you download the NPR app, and you go to Wisconsin Public Radio, or you go to the website Zorba Pastor.mp4, you can actually connect and listen to the show live. I just want to let you know that. So it's kind of an interesting thing what technology has for us. So what are we going to talk about today? What I really want to talk about are some things outside the box and inside the box about health and wellness. I recently came back from the Mayo Clinic where His Holiness the Dalai Lama has his annual executive physical. He announces that every year. And he is a perfect paradigm for someone who follows Western thought and Eastern thought and tries to sort of blend the best of both, which is what I think you're trying to do. I mean, it's very clear if you're going to the Sun Valley Wellness Festival that you're going here because you know that Western medicine does not have all the answers. But Western medicine has a lot of the answers, and I want to talk to you just a bit about disability. One of the things that you don't want is a long, awful life. When I wrote my book, Longevity Code, I know if I wrote a long, awful life versus how to live a long, sweet life, no one would buy the book. It would be a PBS special, no one would listen to me. I mean, what you really want is length on one side, and you want sweetness on the other. And the question is, how do you get that? And then what have we accomplished since 1960? If you look back in the 60s, when someone was, we'll say 62, 63 years old, and they died, people said, well, they lived a good life. I can tell that there are a number of you in here who are over the age of 60, and you would not accept that as something that you would want to do. And if you look back in the 60s, what did people do? 80% of the male population